Okay, we have a floor press. A floor press is really nice because you're fully supported by the floor and it allows you to really push some heavy weight while you're on the floor because you got the floor underneath of you. So a floor press is I'm going to lay flat on my back. Even though I'm laying here, my core is activated. I am driving my back down into this floor, okay? There's no arch underneath of here. I'm going to grab my weights, knuckles up to the ceiling. Don't be flexed back on your wrist like this. If you start to do this and you get in this habit, as you start getting stronger and you pick up heavier weight, that is going to kill your wrist. So work on building that wrist strength in a nice neutral wrist, holding that weight up. Okay, elbows are down at about a 45. They're not up here nice and wide. Bring them in a little bit, knuckles up, and you're gonna drive those dumbbells up to the ceiling, nice controlled lower down, hover right above that floor, and drive back up, okay? Here is your floor press. Here is a little tip on your floor press. As you get stronger and you start doing heavier weights, and if you're doing this by yourself, it's gonna get harder to get those weights up. So this is what I use to get my weights up. So I take my weights, I sit up like this, okay? I lower down and I use like a little kickstand with my elbows to help me drive my weights up. I get my weights up, I get my feet planted, I press that floor in the back, knuckles up to the ceiling, and then I can start pressing. And then when they're heavy, you can just let them fall down to the floor, okay? So that is your floor press. You're gonna do the same movement if you have a bench, okay? What this does is, you don't have to have a bench, but what the bench does is it does make you work just a tad bit harder because you don't have the comfort of the floor underneath of you the whole way, right? Our arms, when we go into the press right here, they're gonna be hovering over a bench, like they're in air, right? So I have to be able to push that weight. So it is a little bit more challenging, but you take that same position, all right? On my back, knuckles up. I like bringing my feet up, and you're going to squeeze your butt cheeks together when you're on this. And this, when you are on the bench, you are gonna have a little arch in that back. You're gonna be up on your toes because this, squeezing those butt cheeks, is what's gonna help you drive that weight up when you're here on the bench. Okay, but same position, knuckles up, elbows down at that 45 a little bit, squeezing those butt cheeks together and pressing, all right? So that is our floor press and our bench press.